Kat Gibson
on Cam Glen Radio.
I am sitting talking to Amy Tucker, an incredibly talented young teenager. So Amy, tell me a little bit about how you started creating comics.
Well, I started creating comics when I was about 7. I was just writing little short comics. They were pretty rubbish, but I started doing my current comic series, which is self-published, when I was 11, and I'm 14 now, and I've been doing it for about 3 years.
Mm-hmm. That's the Mystery Club that you're talking about, is your series. So tell us a little bit about the characters and how you created them.
Well, I've got my main character, Amy Abnobochi, who is sort of influenced by me, or she's based off of a younger me, but she's quite a bit more insane. And then we've got Professor Loco, who is the mad scientist, apart from the fact that he's the only sane character. So he's a sort of twist on the mad scientist idea. We have Tiger, who is the mysterious spy, who is a part of the club. And we have Pooty, the lovesick little crazy cat character.
Because I was telling you, I've seen pictures of Pooty, and the one where Pooty's in the heels I just think's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
A really great character. You've said that there's 6 in the series. What was the idea behind the Mystery Club? Because it's basically like an after-school club.
Well, actually, it's like an investigation club. What they do is they solve mysteries. So I was quite inspired by like cartoons that feature
like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, clubs like that feature like maybe the 4 or 5 characters, and they all have completely different crazy personalities, and they work together to solve mysteries and complete missions and stuff like that.
What sort of comics did you start reading, and how did that develop your writing and your creations yourself?
Well, when I was about 7, I discovered Calvin and Hobbes. So that was one of my main influences as well. I discovered Asterix as well. And then when I was a bit older, I discovered manga, and that really influenced my art style.
So when you're looking at some of the manga comics that have been done, I was thinking things like Big Hero, because that was heavily influenced by manga and things like that. How do you see that progressing, really? You know, how do you see that developing within yourself? Do you see mixing the two, going from the manga and, well, of course you do.
Yeah, I've my style, I'd say, is more manga influenced than Western style.
Like DC or Marvel.
Yeah. So I do like to think that I've kind of taken elements from quite a few different styles and mashed them together, and I'm sort of still developing my own style, because I don't think that ever really stops. So yeah, that's what I've done. I've taken a bunch of different elements and kind of shoved them all together into one style.
And you're saying that you're 14 now, like I was telling you before. I've got a 14-year-old boy, and I can't get him off the Xbox and playing computer games. So roughly how much time do you think you spend doing your comic book creations?
Quite a lot of time. I'll usually spend the time that I have after school working on my comic. I'll spend quite a lot of my weekends working on my comic. But when you really love something, it's so easy to spend a lot of time on it. When you're so passionate about something, you just always want to do that thing.
And do you think this is something that you want to go on to do, is work in the comic book industry?
Yeah, definitely. I want to continue doing comics. I might even like to get into animation at some point. But right now, my main focus is this series, and I'll see where it goes from there.
That's great. And how can people follow you, Amy?
I have a website, www.mysteryclub.co.uk. That's where you can buy my comics. You can find out about news, Mystery Club related news. I have a blog and an Instagram. I have a few different social medias. I have a YouTube, and there are links to all of those things on my website.
That's great. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much, Amy. That was great.